So we now opened our UVs in Photoshop and we opened the back reference of our phone. We're going to make those lines here, which is kind of a tedious process, but it's worth it. So select the polygonal lasso tool and just make a selection around those curved lines. Let's say them that way. So Control C to copy that selection and go to Nokia backside PNG and paste it. Now you just press Control T and holding Shift drag to enlarge that image that we have here. So hit enter to exit the transform selection and lower the opacity to maybe say 50. Alright, so move it up, move this layer up like so, and just transform the layer to fit your UVs as good as possible, and lower that down just a bit like so. Alright, so Control Shift and N makes a new layer and name that layer curved lines. Alright, so with that out of the way, just select the pen tool, or first of all go to your brush tool, and alright, we're just going to leave it to 3 pixels, but I think it's going to be big, so just try 1. So make a selection like this, make a path like this, and just say stroke path by right clicking, stroke path, the brush preset, click OK, and I think this is pretty much good. So the brush size should remain 3 pixels. It's good. So just undo this by holding Control Alt and Z, and you see that it goes back. Select a whiter color, something like so, something like that. Then go to your layer which is above your UV layers, go to opacity 100%, click the color picker and just pick a color here and make a new layer, and call it background, and just holding Control and hitting backspace, or excuse me, Alt and backspace, will fill this area, the empty layer, with the foreground color that we've chosen. So we go to Hue, Saturation, and lower the lightness pretty much way down low, and then just pick, or maybe not, then just pick a bluish tint for the back, so we remember that we made the blue version, not the red one. So lower that quite a bit, say OK, and now hide this layer here, unhide the reference layer and the curved lines layer. Alright, so what we need to do is press Hix to change to foreground and the background color, or you can do it by just clicking on that button right here and just start making the curves right here. Just stroke path, OK, and do this again like so, stroke path, and this is going to be way more tedious than I thought it should be. So I'm going to pause the video right now, and when I'm done I'm going to continue. So in a flash. So we have a little bit more lines left to do, and I unpaused it, so I want to show you something. You know, you probably do it by clicking here and making that line here and just going right click, stroke path, brush, okay, and just enter. It's a quite tedious way to do it. So I came up with a more fast way to do it. So I click here, I make my path, and I press F3, and there you go. I have my stroke and brush size and enter and all that stuff. I did that by going to my actions, make a new action, and name it brush stroke thingy. Alright, function key set to F3, and now we go to our, oops, forgot to do that. Now just make the path before that. Make the path. Now go to a new action. Say brush, oops, brush stroke, and go to F3. Say record, and now do this tedious thing. Okay, just enter. Now stop the recording, and now when you do it, press F3, you have your lines. I mean, that's a method shown to me by a friend, and I'm really grateful to him because it saves a lot of time. I mean, all those lines, I made him in like one Disturbed song. I mean, song of the band Disturbed, if you get me wrong. So yeah, whatever. Now we're done with that, and just hide this layer here and just see if it fits our reference image. I mean our UVs. Now there's some places that it shouldn't go, so just delete it. And why am I doing with that brush? I don't know. Alright, so delete those places, and just for the sake of being perfect, move that here. Alright, so unhide all that, and again with the eraser, start erasing those parts of the strokes that are needed. So in the original version of the phone, I mean in the real life version, here in the Nokia logo, you don't get to see those strokes going like so. So just delete them. You could make a much more perfect erasing if there isn't such a verb, I don't know, than me, but I'm actually hurrying because this tutorial is going to be way long if I try to make it perfect. Just like so, this Carl Zeiss thing here, which actually it's a very good optics for your camera. I know that because I've read some stuff about Carl Zeiss, and they make way good cameras and glasses and that stuff. Okay, we messed up this here a little bit, so this is going to be deleted and be made again, even though you have done some things after you made that action. You can still use it by pressing F3. So here it is. Now the last thing we need to do is type this Carl Zeiss tester 2.8 / 3.7 3.2 megapixels / autofocus. Alright, so take your tape tool find Arial and type it. Carl Zeiss Tessar 2.8 slash 3.7 3.7 3.2 megapixels slash or the slash autofocus. Alright, so transform, just press Ctrl T to transform it, and just uniformly scale it so it can go all the way here. Alright, so now you can edit that text. You can bold it, you can put it to 16 if you want, and you can actually size the text. My typography teacher is going to kill me if he sees what I'm doing right now. He said that I must never ever scale a text. But who listens to our teachers anyway? So you can go and alright, just rasterize that, and now you can scale it like so. Deselect, and we have some parts that are left from our erasing before. Alright, now hide this and select and pick the color for the Carl Zeiss logo type thing, and just yeah, I cannot do that. Hooray! Alright, that doesn't matter. Alright, unhide all like so, and go to the curve lines and say the blending mode to overlay. Yes, you can see them, but they can see you. That was pretty lame. Okay, now copy it by holding and pressing Ctrl J on the keyboard, and now go File, Save As. Oops, a little bit bigger, and go PNG backside and say finished. Alright, save it. Okay, now go back to Max, select that black material main that we've just created, and I'm pretty sure I did not put it on anything on the scene, but just to be sure. Alright, okay, we got to make another one. Alright, so that's 5. Put here, and now go to your black main 2 and select diffuse bitmap, say UVs, go to PNG and select finished. Put it on and preview it. Alright, so we now have the back side of the phone. Actually, we have the whole phone pretty much textured, I think. So we need to test it, to test our phone, I mean the render. So we actually do not need those references, so just delete them. There we go. Go to your create panel, to V-Ray, V-Ray Light, and create a sphere for now. Just for now, just create a sphere here, and say no decay. Now this is going to be pretty bright if I render it right now. So let's just try it. Yep, it's pretty bright. And it's too blue. It is too blue. Alright, but it should do. Okay, it's way too blue. Alright, so go to your black main material and just go with a little bit more darker color. I mean, like really dark. Copy that color here, paste it here. That's the black. That's the gray black, I think. And alright, so try it again. Okay, it's still too blue. So okay, so we're going to try to make it look good and decent. But actually, let's just try and rotate the phone just to see how it looks on the back side. Render it out. Yes, that's pretty harsh lightning we got there. Okay, it's burning. Burning. Okay, so yeah, sure, I forgot to lower the multiplier. Alright, so put it to 1. And I thought I just messed up the color, but I just realized that I forgot to turn down the multiplier. Alright, so test it again. And I think I've got the color. I mean, I think I did it. Huh. I actually did it again. Alright, I'm just kidding. And just go a little bit bluer. A little bit bluer. And render that again. Yep. There it is. Okay. So, oops. Okay, what will happen if I just grab the whole bunch and say group? And say Nokia 5800. Oops. 5800. Alright. Go here, center to object. That is, of course, if I selected all of them. Okay. So, are we doing something wrong here? Oh. Okay. Nokia 5800. Okay. Center to object. This time it's good. Okay, let's just test render it to see if we have something to fix. Nah, I don't think so. Everything is looking pretty good from here. Okay, now a few last adjustments we need to do is to make an HDRI. So first of all, just save, because you know Max crashes now and then. Now go to the matte editor get a material and go way down and search for V-Ray HDRI. Now, I don't know if you know what HDRI is, but I'll explain fast while I'm searching for my HDRI map. HDRI stands for High Dynamic Range Image, which means that this is an image which combines in itself a lot different exposures of the picture, so you can adjust it. So I've chosen my HDRI to be Paris and made in a spherical environment. So just go to your render scene dialog, renderer, go way down. I'm going to explain everything as we go. Environment, click on environment, click on GI environment skylight override and click on reflection refraction environment override and just drag your HDRI map on them. So, and select instance. So if I change something here, it will change automatically in here. So what we made is, you see the difference. So rendering, show last rendering, I'm just going to leave that here, just make a copy of it and just render again. Well, now you'll see, I think you'll see the difference. Actually, you don't see it. So okay, so just turn that here. All right, close that clone and go and deselect those. Just rotate the phone a little bit so it catches some reflections here, and just say render. Okay, just wait to render the image. Alright, now just go to, show last rendering, copy that, close it, and now put them on. And I think you should be able to see the difference now. You see that there is a reflection right down here and a little bit on the top side here, and we don't have reflections on the front of the phone, which we should, and we forgot to make the reflections for the glass material. So we go here and go, we did it. Alright, I've done it, so I'm proud of myself right now. Okay, now we go and unhide all, delete that V-Ray light, go to the left viewport, straighten our phone, or don't. It's your decision what to do with it. Okay, then go to the tab view, make a circle around the phone, select the camera target and Alt A to align, to get in the align tool, select it, select the phone, click OK. Now select the camera and go to Animation, Constraints, Path Constraint, and click on the circle. Alright, go to Perspective View, select that circle and pick it up. Now select the target and align it with the circle. Now go to the camera view, select the circle, and just expand it and move it, and then again select the target, go to the camera view and just move it, and now you have a total perfect turnaround of your phone. See? And if I render that out right now, you see we have our reflections, which are doing great, by the way, and we have our environment lighting. So one last thing we need to do with our materials here is to pop up the subdivisions, because there is a well-known thing that when you use V-Ray, you have to pump up the subdivisions if you want to get a nice result. I'm putting everything on reflect and refract and in the subdivisions level part to 20, and in this situation here I'm going to put it to 60 so that we don't have any noise coming up. Alright, put this to 20 here, and this to 20, this also to 20 and 20. Everything should be 20 in the subdivisions, that is. Alright, so oops, 230 is much bigger than 20. So we're pretty much done. Oops. Okay, everything is, I think, is looking pretty good. Okay, and this should be 60. Alright, we are pretty much there. Now, make a plane, a big plane, like this. Alright, go to convert to editable poly, and just drag up again, and something like so. Alright, now expand this like so, and just turbo smooth it. Alright, this is going to be our background. Go to your material editor and just select an empty slot and make vary material, diffuse, okay, put it here like so. Then go to the left view or the front viewport. Actually, hide that circle because we won't going to use it, and make a V-Ray light, but this time make it a plane. Alright, make a plane here like so, and copy that here and rotate it to 180 degrees. Then go to the camera and select the plane, say right click, object properties, visible camera. That way the phone will reflect the plane, but we won't see the plane. So we have a perfect alpha channel in our scene. Select the light, check if it's visible. Do it again. Alright, let's do a test render to see how our phone looks like. And it's going to be a little bit slow, so I'm going to pause the video, and when it's done I'm going to be back. So here we are after the magic of pause button. You see that we are halfway there. I mean 2/3 or 2.3, 2.5, 3/3 parts. So here we are after the render is done. You see that we are almost done, and we just have to tweak the subdivisions of our lights and the render options, and we are ready to go. So put the subdivisions of the first V-Ray light to 20 and the second one to 20 also, and right click, V-Ray properties, and make those diffuse subdivisions to 1500 and the second one too. Hit close. Alright, I think we won't have to do anything with the lights anymore. So we're going to our render scene dialog. First, choose a resolution of 960 by 720. I use this resolution because I like it. It's in the middle between 800 to 600 and 120. I don't know. I use this resolution because I like it. So if you don't like it, you can always do your resolution thing. It's your problem. Let's say that. Go to the renderer. Under image sampler, choose adaptive QMC. That is quasi Monte Carlo. And now go to irradiance map, and for the primary bounces and for the secondary bounces, we're going to use quasi Monte Carlo. We're going to use a preset that's set to high, and we're going to put this to 50 and this one to 30. We're going to click show calculation phase. We're going to go down here, and we're going to go to RQMC sampler and set the global subdivisions multiplier to 2. This will reduce the noise effect that we get in our phone. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. I'm going to pause the video right now, make some renders, and when I'm done, I'm going to come back to wrap this up. So here we go. So here we are with our finished render, and I think it's a pretty nice result overall. So I hope I was helpful with this tutorial, and I hope you learned a thing or two about modeling a phone and lighting it and putting a render on it. So I think I should go now, because I'm sure you're already bored to death with my voice. So thanks again for watching, and hope that the guys from CG Tuts Plus will give me the chance to make another tutorials for this site. So bye for now.